OMG.
And today is episode 114 of the OG podcast. Wow.
Right.
Man, I was like, because I listen to like a lot of other podcasts, and I've realized there's people that have started before us, but they're not on the episodes we are on. Like
Oh, really?
a lot of people take breaks in podcasts, like long
Huh.
ones. I don't know.
Okay.
I guess that's I never want to become accustomed of that. Um, I don't know. It's just weird.
Hmm.
I guess I mean if stuff happens, stuff happens. Hey, Krudar, thank you so much for that host, man. But I mean, I don't want to make like it's not like okay, well, let's just for the heck of it take 3 weeks off. Why? I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess I could understand if it's for like the holiday season, Thanksgiving and the Christmas type stuff, because some people do like traveling for family or whatnot. So they may take a break at that time. I mean, that sounds reasonable and respectable. But any other time, yeah, it is a bit weird to purposely take so much time off at a time. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me either.
I mean, I understand that like sometimes gaming news is just not there, but I mean, you could still talk about stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just I was pondering on that like this week. I was like, huh, interesting, huh? Because I know some people that like started before us, and then like, but they're like only on episode 70, and I'm like, huh,
Mm,
huh,
interesting.
interesting, huh.
Yeah, and it's not like we never take a week off because there are some times where something happens to me or something happens to you, and we may not do a podcast that week because
Right,
one of us isn't there. But we don't make a habit out of it just because.
right.
Even if there's not a lot of news, we do still at least talk in general about games. Like we'll make up stuff, or we'll just talk about so what's some of our favorite stuffs or whatever what we're looking forward to. There's always something to talk about, even if there's no.
When to me, when gaming's like really a part of your life, like you cannot not talk about it in some
Yeah.
shape or form. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's like I don't know, like gaming didn't start for me because streaming started. Like gaming was a thing before streaming started. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's kind of like there's always something to talk about. There's always
Yeah.
something to that like I'm like wow that's a thing now or wow
Hmm.
so yeah I don't know. I'm always being a nerd and looking up stuff.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with getting your game nerd on. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I take it from our interesting adventures after the podcast last week. You have not made a decision, or you've decided to homestead where you're at.
So actually, I forgot about it after a while,
Oh,
but I actually just remembered again this morning. Just remembered about something else, but I have made a decision,
okay,
and at the end of the podcast, I am going to be changing my YouTube name back to OG Crunksta.
nice.
So to kind of put it into perspective, after the podcast, we were going back and forth about things because we noticed a few things, some inconsistencies, and one of the biggest problems was that you really couldn't find my channel using the new name that I made. You saw everybody else's channels, but if you typed in OG Crunkstyle, it was the very first thing and the only thing you saw.
Yeah.
So to make
It-
it to where people could find me easier, I'm just going to go back to my original user tag for YouTube for OG Crunkster just to make things easier on everyone.
and and and
So
and and and, and, and when you put in and here's the crazy thing, we noticed when you put in OG Crunkster, the podcast pops up.
yeah,
So
which is fine.
oh, it's
There's
just
nothing wrong with
totally
it.
cool. But people that don't know what's going on, and maybe you've only listened to one episode, they're probably like, "Well, what happened to OG Crunkster? Who's this
Yeah.
original mobile gamer guy? Why did they replace? Why does he sound the same? Does he have a twin brother?" But for those that I kind of wish we would recorded it because it was really entertaining. Um, YouTube is not it is so hard to change one little thing when it comes to YouTube. Uh,
Yeah.
for you YouTube main content creators, I I feel for you. I don't know how you do it. I literally was stressed out. In a good way. I wasn't mad or anything like that. But it was literally like we were trying to do one thing, right? Just one thing. And because we were looking at it not not from different accounts, but on different platforms. One person was looking at it from a PC perspective. The other person was looking at it from a mobile perspective. One person requested the mobile site, or the desktop site on the mobile device, and still we could not get the job done until like what, an hour later.
It took a while. I don't
It,
remember exactly how long, but it
it
was a while.
it was a long time. It was a very very long time, and I tip my hat to you people that are doing content creation straight from YouTube, because I understand why now maybe possibly people don't file what you call it, why they don't contest their copyright thing. You know, the thing you were talking
Mhm.
about? Because imagine
Oh
it.
yeah,
Imagine if that little thing that you just did was that difficult. Imagine how difficult that other thing is.
yeah. I can see why some people just don't bother with it.
I can see, and and I hope when Stadia comes out that it's a little bit more easier to manage.
Yeah, I hope so. Because if I do decide to pay for the service, I mean, I better get my money's worth. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
As far as being able to do what I want to do well, not as far as making money. If that ever happens, that's just an added bonus. So I'm talking about being able to manage everything a bit easier.
Right. Right. And that was the thing. Wasn't even the part for him to make money. He was literally uh yoga live is difficult. Yeah, yoga live is difficult to do. Yoga live. What up, crew dog? I hope you feeling better, man. I've been praying for you, man. Off stream and stuff. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well mentally, physically, and emotionally, my brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. Wait, you haven't, dude? You always have the weirdest, craziest freaking badges, man. Oh my Jesus, dude. You always get like all these badges, dude. Getting ready to head up to Connecticut. Well, man, you stay safe, bro. And I was watching your significant other play Apex with Grandpa last night. That was pretty fun. That was fun. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy. Like, and that was the thing. Like, we weren't even fixing it for you to like get any kind of income. We were literally just trying to change an email. That's all we were trying to do. And they made it so hard to change an email.
Hmm.
That was crazy. That was literally crazy. Wow.
Yep, it was something special.
You know what's funny is like while we were all talking Shadowverse stuff during the week, I totally forgot to ask you about that. But
Yeah.
but there was so much hype around Shadowverse, and the new guy in the group is so eagerly hungry for knowledge. Like, I didn't want to stop that flow. He's a
Yeah.
he's a he's really in the Shadowverse, man. I got to give it to that dude, man. He he's always got questions for sure.
Hmm.
Definitely.
And we've got answers.
Yeah. Well, some of us do. I really don't. I'm just the guy in the background that like just chimes in every little bit. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know. Only when dragons mentioned, which is
Mhm.
a couple of times, but when dragons mentioned, I'm there. I'm like, oh, okay. Guess what? Uh, that's not necessarily true. uh,
Yeah.
like that part
You
where,
never know.
yeah. My favorite part was the Tacitus thing. He was I
Mhm.
know he's like, I just don't like Takitis, and I was like, well, technically Takitis is not a dragon card, so that was funny because we were talking about that last week in the podcast.
Yeah.
Dakota has a similar issue. His name was different somehow on YouTube, and it was trying to fix it, and he just kept telling him that it wasn't the owner of the channel. Yeah, like he OG's had like a lot of problems, and thank God that he actually has a cool viewer that lets him know that basically, until he switches his name back to what it is, he's technically kind of unsearchable right now. And which I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not too bad because he's not making money off of it. But I mean, you want to get discovered. You want your videos to be seen. So, we will be.
Yeah.
He will be officially OG Crunkster after the podcast, which is kind of cool because I
Absolutely.
kind of miss low key. I kind of miss this. This is Handy Kill Cam and my co-host OG Crunkster. So we'll be hearing that
Yep.
again. We'll be hearing that again.
Yep. You sure will.
So,
I just wanted to make an announcement before I changed it so that anyone that's listening can be like, "Oh, okay," and not lost all of a sudden.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Well, you know what's funny is I think I still have OG Crunkster actually on on as a hyperlink on the podcast page.
Nice.
Which I totally forgot because YouTube changes the name, so when you click on it, technically it goes to the original mobile gamer guy, but I never thought of it still saying OG Crunkster.
Hmm.
Which is kind of funny. So, well, I'm glad I didn't change it because then I'd have to change it again anyway. So,
Hmm.
it was a happy accident of not doing anything, not doing nothing, as our book that's coming soon. How do you succeed? You do absolutely nothing. Um,
Hmm.
that used to be our motto to get ladies. We did nothing.
Yeah.
It would work though. It would totally work.
Yeah.
It would totally work. But how's your week been, bud?
That's been pretty good. Just on the front of doing the Shadowverse hype. I've been in the hyperbolic time chamber doing some testing on all the new cards and what is going to be the best for each draft. It's been kind of a grind though because it's like I said, when you don't have a whole lot of to go on and you're just researching yourself, it really becomes difficult
Yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
find out what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And I'm learning that it is a hard grind, but I'm starting to get things into perspective, which is why I've been randomly posting deck lists on our actual guild chat thing, which is another thing that I didn't bring up last week when I was talking about the Shadowverse updates, only because I didn't know how I felt about it. But in Shadowverse now there is you can actually set up guilds,
Yes,
which
which I'm actually really excited about. I don't know why, but I'm excited. But go ahead. Sorry.
no. Well, the thing about me is I didn't see the benefit of having a guild
Mm-hmm.
because when you're playing like a mobile RPG, I mean you're doing raids together. You know what I mean? So I mean there are like a lot of group activity that you're doing in the game, so it makes more sense to do that. But um, as a friend of mine was telling me, because I had a discussion with a mutual friend of ours about the idea,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "Well, Shadowverse doesn't usually do something for no reason." And he's like, there is a chance to where they may do some kind of scenario where whichever guilds get the most points in a certain event maybe get a prize or something like that. So maybe we should get started and see if something comes up, and we'll at least be ready. And I was like, okay, that might be a thing. I'm down. So that's why I decided to continue with the idea of us
Mm-hmm.
having a guild and we'll see what happens.
Well, here's my thing about it. Here's what I like about it. And no, Crew Dog, I have not seen that clip yet. Um, I see something in the notation that it's Able Gamers. I know Able. I know Living on Wheels Taz is officially over there. Streaming over there, which is pretty cool. But yeah. Here's the one thing I like about it is that we can share our decks. Um,
Yeah.
and you can see our decks. And so, say like for instance, if you want to give me a code, it doesn't expire now. I don't know if you noticed that.
Right.
So
Yeah, that is there. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool. Um,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Um, I think that's really cool. I also like how I can share a replay with you guys now. So basically,
Yeah.
if I have an amazing win and I want to show you guys, I can I can show um don't be don't be talking about sharing decks. We have to wear we have to put ours on our sleeves first to protect our cards from other decks.
Mm.
That's always been a thing. Protect your deck. Wear sleeves. Um. Oh, what up there, DB? How you doing, bud? Um. But yeah, I like that I can do that. So like I don't have to be like, man, I had this amazing win, and I don't have to like figure out how to capture it and send it to you guys. I can just like send it to the whole guild, which I thought was cool. The chat thing, I mean, we kind of have our own Facebook group anyway, so that's kind of obsolete as far as for us. But I thought it was pretty cool, man. Hopefully we get some special prizes though, like you said. Hopefully, hopefully that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And plus, there's always a chance that we may invite others to the guild or accept others who decide to apply.
Never. No, I'm
Because
just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm
yeah,
just
because it's
kidding.
going to be a situation where, for now it's just us, but if there's some real, events going on, then yeah, we may want to squat up a bit. So we'll see what happens
We'll see what
there.
happens. Thoughts on the new thoughts on the expansion?
So it's very different.
Yes.
I like it because it focuses a lot more about evolving, which I really love.
Mm-hmm.
It's just something that's going to be really good for Portalcraft specifically because the problem with Portalcraft is a lot of their win conditions require you to evolve,
Mm-hmm.
and now you have millions of ways to do that.
To
So
evolve, yeah.
I think that's awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
so I like that. I like how everything is different. You're not seeing the same old stuff over and over because nobody knows what's good anymore.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's
Mm-hmm.
everybody starting off fresh. Like, what do we do? You know what I mean? So everybody has a fair chance right now with that
Yeah,
level.
it was a good time for me to build a sword deck because of
Yeah.
that. In fact, I didn't even spend a lot of resources um putting into my dragon because I figured dragon is like my dragon's okay where it's at right now. They can win. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So I put majority of my resources in the sword. Um because I figured right now is the best time. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because there's really no meta right now. As far as what's going on.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is the time. I don't know if I'm building a good sword deck or not because, like you said, there's really no resources as far as with the new expansion. So I'm just like trying a bunch of things. The only problem is with me is like I don't know the fundal bro fam B fam. Am I B fam yet? What does it take? What does it take to be part of the B fam squad? I want to know. I want to become a B fam. Um, um. So what was I gonna say? Um, you know, like I don't know the fundamental cards that sword needs. Like you know what I mean? I don't know the
Yeah.
found. That's the problem. Like I don't know the foundation. You know how like
Mm.
the foundation of dragon is like dragon oracle
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Like
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know. So
Yeah.
you have to win sword. So wait. Sorry, it's all it all starts with the look. You just you just won't cut it. So you have to win sword fights with Dex B fam. Okay, so like here's the thing. Yes, you have to win sword fights with Dex. You use your Dex to win sword fights, and you duel. Yes, you know
To the death.
to the death. Eh, I know to you guys it looks a lot. It looks like really really boring, but it's actually really really challenging. It's like up there with me. It's like up there right there with chess. Um, I just like chess more only because everybody has a fair opportunity in chess. Um, everybody starts off with the same pieces, so you know, everybody has an opportunity to make it really challenging. With Shadowverse, I mean, it's all about how good you grind. I'm a pretty good grinder when it comes to a card game I like. So, you know, that tends to be a little bit different. Um but yeah. Um the dragon cards are actually really good, actually.
Yeah, they are.
They're like really good. I was kind of jelly that you have the good cards and I don't. Um
Well, just to put it into perspective, I spent over 70,000 vials to get everything that I needed for Dragon and Haven.
Oh
So
my god.
yeah, I had a lot of extras. I did some grinding too. So yeah, well, I sold a lot of extra stuff I didn't
And
need.
guess what?
So
He spent $0 and 0 cents, correct?
yeah, I spent no money for all that. All that was just resources that I've had in the past that I just liquidated, and boom, I get to get all these wonderful legendary cards. It's great.
Mm.
Mm.
Um
Oh yeah.
Definitely. I got a lot of streamer information. So those people that are streamers today, yo, this is gonna be your favorite episode. I have a lot of streaming information. I have a lot of things that I've been doing research on. Um, Ironically, this wasn't gonna happen, but it just happened. Just because you know me, I'm always around poking my head and things. Probably, maybe you know, shouldn't be, but I do, and I find out a lot of information. What up, Joy? What's good? What's good? And yo, there's one of the people that would probably be interested in this. But we'll be talking about it later in the show. I'm always gonna let OG start off first when it comes to the show. But yeah, I was I'm very excited about the expand. So the expansion, but I want to know what's the why does the cup look so different as far as the Grand Prix? Like, why is this Grand Prix so different?
So what the people at Side Games does is they experiment with the Grand Prix. They're always doing something different
Uh huh.
just to kind of make things interesting.
Uh huh.
So what they're doing this time is because for those who don't know, the people at Side Games are big anime fans.
Uh huh.
So what they're doing an anime tie-in. I don't know what the name of the anime is or what's going on, but basically they're doing the artwork based off of that to kind of celebrate the Grand Prix. So they're not doing any special rules or anything like that.
Uh
It's
huh.
just your average regular Grand Prix. They're just highlighting an anime. That's really all it is.
Let me ask you something. People that are, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go sidetrack here because I'm going where the chat's going right now. The whole extra emotes thing. Where do I find the extra emotes? Cause I went to my emote slot. Handy don't have no extra emote slot. I don't know why. Maybe I'm looking wrong, but I have no extra emote slot. Um, and I'm like in the right emote slot because I have my oh my Jesus, my handy moment, my what's my name? Oh, my yo yo yo. uh, and I don't see it. So is it sub locked? Do I have to get a certain amount of subs to get it? If so, let me know. I mean, not that it's based on your sub points, current sub points. So how many? So how many sub points do you need? How I don't even know how. I probably got like 20 something. You'll pull it up? Okay. So yeah. That's cool though, man. That's cool. Uh I've another thing that I've noticed with Shadowverse is that like what was I gonna say? Well um what is the is it the one that's the girl, is that Portal? With the girl with the
Uh,
gray hair?
For talking about leaders, there is one with. I'm not sure if she has gray hair, but
Uh,
there's. I'll have to look. But where are you going with this stuff?
I'm saying like she was like super strong with the new freaking the deck. I don't know if it was Portal or what, but I got my butt handed to me. Like I could, and I was dragging, and I like probably within like 7 turns, I was dead. I was dead.
Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, it might have been Portal. I haven't seen a whole lot of it lately, but it is a thing. No, actually, it may have been Dragon because it had a silver-haired avatar that's a dragon. So
Uh,
it could have been Dragon you lost to and didn't
it could
realize
it
it.
could have been. Yeah, Joy, it's okay for you to post the link in here. I don't have Boobot in here. My bots don't get angry. I don't think they do. If they do, I'll put my bots in check. Um, yeah. So, all right, cool. I will look at it here in a second. So here's the thing that I'm gonna go ahead and segue since I know there's one person here that I want to hear this. I don't know if this is new or not, but it's something I found out. I had so so scroll down under partner. Okay, I will check it out. So there's a service called Streamlight, or is it Streamlight? Hold on, let me. I'm gonna put it in the chat real quick because I copied it, and I'm going to show this now. let me let me go over here. Let me put this in chat real quick. Here. So, it's called Lightstream. Okay, this is the mixer part of it, but from what I'm told, this can also be used on Twitch. But okay, so I was over on Mixer yesterday. I didn't stream over on Mixer, but I was over there on Mixer. One of the people that sometimes uh, that's a staff member over at Able Gamers was over there streaming on Mixer for a minute because they were meeting with people over at PAX East, and he was bringing stuff to my attention. Just because he knows I'm a nerd. And there's this thing called Streamlight. And basically, what this does is it's kind of like an OBS, but instead of it being like on your PC, it's a browser. So basically, for those people that stream strictly from your console, Xbox, PS4, um, you can basically put, basically how I have this like this, you can use you can do that, but it's through a browser. So you no longer, now again, he did stress to me that this isn't perfect, okay, but if you are looking to, maybe add a text, a BRB screen, a hi, how you doing, whatever, some alerts, this is the way for you to go. And if like if you just can't afford it, you just can't afford a PC, this is the way to go. Because you don't even have to have the browser open. You don't have to have it open. You just set it. You set it and forget it, and you get it going. Now, granted, I've only seen it working on Mixer. I have not seen it working on Twitch, but I have been told that it can work on Twitch. I don't know how. I will do more research. Now, the con. Well, you could look at this as a pro or a con. Really, honestly, the con. Oh, we're gonna call this a pro con because I kind of like it because I mean, if you're really serious about streaming, it's not gonna be a big deal to you. If you're not serious about streaming, then you probably not gonna care. It will cost you $7 a month, which is, I mean, but if you really think about it, if you're really pushing I mean, if you're taking the time to put the effort into your stream anyway, and you really want to do this, and you were looking forward to doing this anyway, you were gonna spend a little bit of money anyway. To me, $7 a month is not that bad. Considering, uh, you know, everything else that costs more. Graphics and blah blah blah. So, it's really cool. You can basically do everything that you have here, but you just you go to the site, you set it, you go to the portal, you set it, and basically like it automatically connects to your Twitch or your, let's say, your platform. It automatically connects to your platform, and then it will overlay on your platform the way that you want it. So you no longer have to have a high-end PC to run graphics on your stream, which I think is really really cool. I don't know how long this has been out. Again, this was just brought to my attention, and I know I have a lot of console streamers in my community. I know Joy is one. I know Cloudy is one. I know Jasmine is one, and I know a lot of other people that have went out and bought PCs, including me, to just be able to stream with with alerts and stuff like that. So so the fact that they're coming out with this kind of stuff blows my mind. blows my mind. Blows my mind. Like I said, this is gonna be more of a streamer episode for me. Just because like it didn't happen intentionally. It was just a lot was brought to my attention, and I was like, wow, I didn't even know all this stuff existed. And streaming is part of gaming now. Everything is being streamed now these days. So, OMG, if you wanted to stream your PlayStation and have graphics and all this cool stuff, you could do it straight from your tablet, which is really cool. You can basically set up your scene straight from your tablet. You don't have to do anything else. Like, you don't have to have the Elgato. You don't have to have none of that stuff, which is really cool. For people that are really serious about it, I think that's really cool. It works. Yeah. If it works, I just make it. If it works, it just makes it easier to oversaturate streaming even further. Well, I mean, look, and it's very true, but I mean, here's the thing, right? You're always gonna have the people that are like really either serious about it, or you're either gonna have people that are just trying to do it for the money. Eventually, the people that are not serious about it, and eventually they're just gonna like I don't know how to say this without being harsh. So if this offends anybody, like, I apologize. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm not personally attacking anybody. At the end of the day, you're just gonna push, and if you're not gonna push, then you're just gonna stop, and then so people are gonna fall off, and like you can't allow what if or how come or if this, like, you just gotta do it, man. You just gotta do it, like like I don't know, man. Like, I understand that I could, be where I, could be like in a bigger audience, but it's harder for me to be in a bigger audience because of situations as far as saturation. But it's like, I don't care. Like, when it's my time to come, it's gonna come, and if it doesn't come, that's fine. But I'm not gonna let the fear of saturation or whatever and I'm speaking from me, right? So it's like this. Like, I'm not in it for the numbers, right? I'm not in it for the numbers. I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it. I don't care if today I got 7 viewers and tomorrow I got 2 viewers. And hold on. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like you either gonna go for it regardless and just not worry about it and just go for it, or you're just gonna find something else. And I've been meditating on this. Like, everybody can stream, but streaming's not for everybody, right? Like, it's not like like, cause like, I don't know, like, I've been seeing, like, I don't know, man. It's just a weird time right now, right? Like, you either want it or you don't. It's like everybody can, I don't know, man. Everybody can try out, for this and that, but if you can't just let one no be the reason why you stop, you know? I don't know, man. Like, you just gotta just go. Like, I've been doing this for a long time, and it's like, I don't know. And then I see people with like 70, 80 something plus, like, complain that they're not growing, and I'm like, you give me what you got, bro. Give me what you got, bro, cuz I ain't got that, and I got a smile on my face. Like, I just care about touching one person and inspiring one person. And if that's what I could do for a stream, hey, that's all that matters. Like, you have to find something that is you, that is more than just like getting numbers. It's got to be more than just numbers to you. If you can't make it the more than about numbers and growing in numbers, then you have to go a different route about it. Okay? Because I keep saying this and I keep stressing this enough. Streaming is like a bar. Okay? When a new bar opens up, guess what? Everybody's going to go to that bar. Okay? And what I mean by that is, when a friend of a friend opens a bar, guess what? You're going to go support that friend's bar. And everybody's going to go to that bar. Everybody's going to welcome that bar. But at the end of the day, like, that crowd sometimes doesn't maintain, and you know, and you think the partner push makes some people hungry? I would disagree. I would disagree with you on that because of one reason. Because a lot of things that the partners wanted, the affiliators get. Like, I'm pushing for partner, not for. Let me put it like this. I'm pushing for partner, not for the incentives. I'm pushing for partner for the opportunities. Does that make sense? And I'm not talking about opportunities on Twitch. I'm talking about opportunities like that are other than Twitch. And see that and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's where my mentality is. I see Handy Killcam more than just a streamer on Twitch. I see Handy Killcam as as somebody that can inspire somebody more than just fluently through Twitch. Twitch is just a piece of the puzzle. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. There's more to Handy Killcam than Twitch. Handy Killcam is Twitch. Handy Killcam is YouTube. Handy Killcam is Able Gamers. Now Handy Killcam is Cerebral Palsy Foundation. Now Handy Killcam is going off in other ventures and other stuff. You have to make yourself a brand. You can't just rely on Twitch to be the only reason why, just to be the only thing. You to where we are now in Twitch, you have to grow out into other platforms. And that's probably the wrong word to say, but you have to be. If not, you won't. It just won't happen. Because I don't know, man. I don't know how else to explain it, but in my mind, it like makes completely other sense. Like, you are a business, So, do you spend your whole time as a business just staying in one area, or do you find other ways to grow your business in other directions? Do you find other ways to get you recognized as you without throwing money in people's face to get you noticed? And what I meant by that, because it's easy to buy viewers. You know, there's stream bots. There's easy to, you can go out and spend $100 on something and then give it away on Twitch and get people to come in. But are you doing other things? Like, that's not what you shouldn't have to go and do something like that to get people to come. You should be doing other things. Now, unfortunately, from where I stand, keep in mind, not everyone is treating it like a business. It's more as a hobby and that's very understandable. That's very understandable. But okay, so then it comes to like this. You get what you put in. If it's only a hobby, then none of the other stuff should matter. You see what I'm saying? If it's just a hobby to you, then that's fine. Then that's fine. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the people that wanted the quick rise to the cream to the top are going to find out, guess what? No, I really got to work hard to get where I want to get on any platform. And if I'm not willing to do that, then guess what? I have to you're not sure. You're not sure why I'm not preaching. You want me to preach into the whole other thing? One day I will preach on here. I've already thought about it. No, I'm just saying. No, it's I'm not worried about me. I'm not worried about me. But I don't know, man. All I'm saying is this. It's like, you can't allow other people to affect what you want to do. Okay? So what I'm saying is, so what if it's oversaturated? So what? Push.
And if you're just a casual, then it shouldn't matter to begin with.
Right, exactly what I'm saying.
If it's your hobby, then why do you care? That's basically what it boils down to. Well, for example, when Stadia comes out, because they're pushing a whole big, streaming YouTube thing, that streaming on YouTube is going to be oversaturated. But at the end of the day, does it really matter? Because anyone who's just trying to get a quick thing will eventually not get it, and they'll be gone, and eventually the saturation will end.
Exactly.
It happens all the time. Every time something happens.
No,
like me, for example, I actually just do my YouTube channel as a hobby. So I don't expect anything, and I don't complain when when all of a sudden I see all these other people doing the same thing. It doesn't really matter. And as long as I enjoy what I'm doing, that's what matters at the end of the day.
And can I be completely honest about your channel? Can I be open and honest to them about your channel?
Sure.
There's 7 to 8 videos where OG does maybe only gets one viewer, and guess who that one person is? Me. He's never received $1 from any of his viewers, from any of his videos that I believe, correct? Maybe one.
So, to kind of put it in perspective, when they were allowing commercials before they changed their policies, I was somewhere in the double digits, but not super high. I never hit $100 basically. But yes, I did receive commercial revenue for a little while. However, I have not received like any donations or anything like that to the YouTube channel. All the donations that I've ever received have actually come from the podcast Twitch.
Yeah, which is from this. This is the only like really revenue OG's really has really gotten in, and because me, Like, I don't see this as me doing this by myself. Even though it's on my channel, this is not me. This is us. So any donations, any proceeds that come in through the podcast, I split with OG 50-50. And when Bezoid was apart, it went three ways. Because I couldn't do this without OG. And just because I get passionate about something doesn't mean you upset me. Maybe that's the one thing that upsets me, is when people think I get passionate about something, I get upset. No, I just hear this a lot, and this is okay. So this is why I get so passionate about this subject, is because I see the potential in people, and I see how great people could be, but they allow mental blocks to stop them from being who they could be. Like, I see the potential in you, DB. I see the potential in Crew Dog. I see the potential in Grandpa. And to me, I see you guys can be so much more and so much greater than where you're at. But like, and even me, like, I just see the potential in people. So like, I get frustrated, like, not in a bad way, like, not at you, but I just want to like shake you and be like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just go and be the greatest DB that you can be. Go and be the greatest Joy you can be. Go and be the greatest Crew Dog you could be. So what if you only got 2 viewers? So what if you lose all your subs? If they're real supporters, the real supporters will be there for you. And you know, I'm using y'all as an example. So don't think like I'm and I'm only using UDB as an example because you brought up the thing. So being who they can be decided by what they want to be, your vision and precision, person's potential may not line up with that person's hopes and inspiration. Well, that again, but either way, you're still allowing you have to remember right now, right? You are honestly on war. You are on war. You are at war with yourself. You are not at war with anybody else. You are at war with yourself. You got to defeat yourself. You got to get over yourself before you can like that's real talk, cuz you are allowing your mind to say, you know what? You have to say, you know what? Guess what? Today I'm going to get up and I'm just not going to care. Thank you for that follow, by the way. Yo, welcome to the Kill Cam Squad, where we chill and we kill and we have no drama. Drama. Yeah, I always preach this all the time. Be the best person you can be. And at the end of the day, real's gonna recognize real. And fake's gonna recognize fake. It's just how it is.
Thank y'all for the
Yo, thanks for the videos. Hey!
20, 30, 40, 50, 60 biddies, man. Look at all the biddies. Thank y'all for the biddies.
Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I come from a different background, right? Like I come from, you know, church, and I come from like, you know, ministering out of church. Like we don't. It's not about the numbers. It's not about the numbers, guys. It's really not. I'd rather have these lovely 9 people, and then the very mistaken, as I'm not at war with myself. I know I have these things on personal level, and I need to work on them, and I am done those. Streaming on Twitch is very far down the list. and personal goals for me at the that's fine, but the way I'm saying, the way you said that, streaming is gonna get oversaturated, I look at it as, okay, guess what, as so what.
Yeah, basically just saying that it doesn't matter if it gets oversaturated. I mean, that's pretty much what it boils down to.
Yeah, and I don't understand why you're taking it as a personal attack. I'm not. I'm not saying, DB, you need to do this, DB, you need to do that. I'm just saying I am basically I'm basically commenting on what you're commenting back. So you said this,
Yeah.
and then and I'm saying, okay, well then to me that's like you're at war yourself. Then if streaming is like on that low of the totem pole for you, then it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Like, it really shouldn't matter. At the end of the day, it shouldn't matter, because at the end of the day, you're just streaming just to stream. And that's fine. That's fine. But I feel like a lot of streamers like really need to sit back and they need to reflect. Why am I doing this? What am I doing this for? Am I doing this to really become this and that and to really have a brand? Or am I streaming just to stream? And once you really understand the reasons on why you're doing what you're doing, then you can like really set real goals. Like, I have goals. Like, guys, I have a freaking vision board, like on how I want to see things, and a lot of it is not physical stuff. A lot of it is like mental stuff. A lot of it is like how I could become a better person, how I can, be something like that. Not taking it personal, not taking it as an attack. I only mentioned the overpopulation aspect and your no, I'm not. I'm just because I'm talking like this, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Like, you should hear me.
This is just how he talks. You have to get used to him. That's what it boils down to.
Right. This you should.
I mean, honestly, we're really not really going anywhere at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
all it really is just this is just how he talks, and it's hard for people to understand him when when he feels passionate about something. That's
Yeah.
what it boils down to.
I just don't want people to and I'm not saying you. I just don't want people in general to feel like they
Yeah,
should.
we're talking about the general streaming population. He's making
Right.
sure that they have the right mindset. He knows where you're coming from, but he's also talking to others who might be experiencing something slightly different,
Right.
who might be thinking of it a different way. So
Right.
he's addressing you while addressing everybody else, and that's pretty much what it boils down to.
You gotta,
So, I mean,
you have to remember that, like, somebody could be listening to this podcast right now, and they could be like, you know what? I don't want to get into streaming because it's too overpopulated. You have to remember.
and that's all they say. I mean, that's it.
Yeah, exactly. You have to remember that not only am I addressing people in chat right now live, I'm addressing people that are listening to this later, right? I'm listening to the people that are not here right now. See what I'm saying? So when I'm like passionate about something, when I'm like getting this direct, doesn't mean like, oh, blah blah blah. Like, no, it's I'm speaking from I'm streaming. So you never know, and I'll say this again. You never know who's watching. You never know who's gonna listen to this later. You never know. So
that's pretty much it. I mean, we pretty much got the point here. We can kind of move on because I don't want us to be in a circle the entire show. I'm trying to make sure we can move on a little bit.
Definitely.
But on the
go ahead.
similar level, as far as people who use Twitch, I do have some good news for y'all.
What's that?
So you've been talking about how Twitch Prime and Amazon kind of have a thing, right? So apparently, if you are a part of, I think it's Twitch Prime, you will actually be able to have Nintendo Switch Online as well.
Yes, for free for a year. I saw that. Hold on, let me read this comment real quick.
Sure.
Swag said, "I like that you are real with yourself, man. I I feel some people should hear you definitely caught my attention. Hey man, appreciate it, man. We do this podcast every Wednesday on Twitch, and it's on YouTube, and it's on Stitcher, and SoundCloud, and I also stream 5 days a week. And OG Crunksta, who is now OG Crunksta, also he games over on YouTube. He doesn't stream, but he does YouTube videos. So if you like more of our content, man, just make sure to hit us up or share whatever, or just thank you for being here. I'm glad that it caught your attention, man. More love, man, more love. But yeah,
we appreciate that.
yeah, definitely. But go on. So you get a whole year, man.
Well, there's a way you have to do it, so it's not like an automatic thing. So I do need to kind of give you some details. So, let me see if I can kind of, because it's a long article, so I'm trying to shrink it down a bit. Let's see. Okay, so the free year of Nintendo Switch Online will be added to Twitch Prime subscriptions through a two-step. Okay, so normally the subscription would cost you $19.99 for people who want to be on the.
Is it $19.99 a
Switch.
year or a month? I'm just curious.
Let's see.
Cause with me being a future Switch owner, like, I need to know these things.
It doesn't say, because they're not really focusing on the Nintendo Switch by itself thing. So it could be a month. I'm not too sure. It would make more sense if it was a month, because $20 a year would be too cheap. So I'm going to assume it's for $19.99 a month. Is how much Nintendo Switch Online would normally cost. But the two-step process for redeeming the full year Switch Online is done by redeeming a 3-month subscription sent to Prime users, followed by another 9-month subscription sent to them after 60 days. It does seem a bit much of a process to redeem a full year service, but the process will prevent users from gaming the system and claiming the full year without actually committing to Twitch Prime. So it's a good benefit either way.
Yeah.
And of course, Twitch Prime comes with Amazon Prime already.
Right.
So those that have Amazon Prime will also be able to have the deal, since Twitch Prime is also a part of Amazon. So they'll be able to redeem that offer. And subscribers will have until January 28th of 2020 to redeem the 9-month subscription of service.
Yeah. I mean, I actually have Amazon Prime, so that's actually pretty dope.
So you could actually have the Nintendo Switch Online services if you do that thing.
Yeah, I was actually no lie. I was talking to my wife about it last night. I was like, babe, when we get the Nintendo Switch, right? We get the Nintendo Switch service free for a year. She was like, what? And I was like, yeah, because we have Amazon Prime. And did you know what else you can do with Amazon Prime? You can link it to your Twitch, and you can sub to your favorite content creator for free.
Yeah, you can get one free sub.
Yeah, there you go. So go, yeah. Even if it's not me, go sub to your favorite content creator. Go show support, because believe it or not, streaming gets expensive. As far as like maintaining equipment, maybe not upgrading, but maintaining equipment. So I mean, you got to look at it from that aspect. So you should, if you're able to support your favorite content creator, you should definitely do it. Amazon Prime gets you a free, it also gets you a free book, and they just partnered with Whole Foods too, which is really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, so you can actually get food delivered to you from Amazon. Amazon's doing big things, man. Next thing you know, they're gonna get into the streaming gaming service. So, which would be kind of crazy. And speaking of, I don't know. Hold on, real quick. I have to make sure making sure that wasn't important. Cause my I didn't get to talk about my week. I just realized that.
Go ahead.
My week was all right. I had my wife, she kind of did she had severe back spasms over the weekend, so that was actually Sunday evening. So I was not able to stream on Monday because I was taking care of the wife. She actually took off from work uh, and stuff like that. And then Saturday I had a well, I won't say ministers meeting. I had a leadership meeting because there was more leaders. But I was playing. I was definitely playing some. What you call it? Some actually checking out Blackout. Over the week during on stream, which is crazy, because I was thinking there was going to be a new Blackout map, which it wasn't. It wasn't a new map. It was a new mode. I will go into further detail with that later. Also was playing some Division 2. Got up to level 25 from 14, so I grinded that pretty good. And then just playing some Shadowverse, man, trying to get the deck together. But yeah, that was pretty much my week. I meant to ask you, did you ever get what you call it to work? Anthem.
Oh, no, we didn't.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
No, we haven't tried
Oh.
since, I will say, maybe Thursday or Friday. I think the last time we tried. I think we tried to try it on Friday, and it still didn't work. So we've just kind of ignored it since then, and we're just kind of moved on.
Shout out to Anthem. Whoop whoop. That sucks,
Yeah.
dude. That sucks. I actually think your girlfriend would like that game.
Yeah. Well, like I said, she was interested. It's just unfortunately we can't play it. So what do you do?
Trade it in. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, that will be the first time I've actually sold a game. Because like I said, I did sell a game to somebody that I met at an HEB grocery store.
Wait.
It felt like a drug deal. It felt weird. But
Hey, no lie. That's how I got my Elgato. Like I bought there was an app on 5 Mile. There was a 5 Mile app, and then the person, of course, that we know is Fireteam. I got her into streaming after she gave me her extra Elgato. Well, she didn't give it to me. I bought it. She met my wife at a HEB parking lot. So HEB is the place to be. Wait, wasn't that in the commercial? The HEB commercial? HEB the place to be. I think it was back in the day when we were young.
I don't remember.
But yeah, HEB, man. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Definitely. Hold on, I'm checking something real quick. But definitely, it was definitely the place to be. Sorry if you heard the stream in the background. I was just making sure everything was going okay. Numbers are looking a little weird on my end, but it actually looks like it's about to rain. I don't know if it's over by you, but it's cloudy over there. It's cloudy over where I'm at. If y'all don't know, me and OG, we actually live in the same area. We actually live 20 minutes away from each other?
Yeah, about 20 minutes away.
20. Part of me wish that we did the podcast together, as far as in the same room. Maybe one day we'll do that. When I get my creator space, I think that would be kind of cool to do it one day.
It'd be interesting. Yeah.
Have some tacos, get some coffee, drink some Pepsi, and do the podcast.
Yeah.
Again, guys, I do like gaming stuff to talk about, but I want to get the streaming stuff out of the way. So that's gonna be the next thing I talk about, and it's probably gonna this is just to bring people aware of what's going on in the streaming world, because apparently in the way I see it, the more streaming platforms there are, the better Twitch and the other platforms are gonna be. So I didn't know this was out either, but apparently there's a streaming service called DLive, and you can stream over there, and it's really interesting how they do it. I don't know, man. It sounded shady to me, to be honest. I ain't gonna lie. So you earn currency, you earn cryptocurrency while you're streaming, and then while you're watching your favorite content creator, right? And if you want to, you can bits. I'm just gonna use it. I'm making a simple form, right? So basically you can give these certain type of bits uh to your content creator uh that's like into cryptocurrency, and then to help to where people don't just pump and dump, they have it where you can lock a certain amount of the cryptocurrency uh and again, I'm talking in simple form so people can understand. It's kind of like a CD, like not a music CD. I'm talking like bank form. So basically, after 12 weeks, if you put it in like their type of CD, you touch it, and you get the money. I don't know, man. I thought it was a little weird because like it's cryptocurrency, and it's their own version of cryptocurrency, and I was like, huh, huh. It's very interesting what's coming uh to fruition as far as with streaming services. Yeah, I thought it was sketchy. I have a friend over there that streams over there, and he was bringing it to my attention. Um, I did a little of my own research on it, cause like we always say, don't ever take somebody's word for it. Always do your own research. Um, and I did some research on it. Apparently, they were owned by Stream, either Stream or Steam or something like that, and then like Steam stock or something like that, and then now it's owned by something else, and they're doing other things. And uh and yeah, and I was like, wow. I mean, and I see how they pull people in because basically I could stream like my very first stream. I can get paid, and I don't even have to, like not even one person has um to give me any donations. Like the site pays me, but the problem that the problem that I see with it is that it being cryptocurrency. For those that know what cryptocurrency is kind of like your Bitcoin and stuff like this. Again, I'm not bashing it. I'm just bringing streamers well aware of what's out there. And so you know there's other streaming services out there. There's so many streaming platforms coming out to fruition, even in the mobile gaming. Remember when that mobile gaming app wanted me to stream on their channel and they were gonna pay me? You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a thing. There was actually I'm not gonna say the name, but there was actually a mobile gaming app, that was a streaming app. They were actually gonna pay me to stream on their services, and I was like, nah, cause it's never been about the money to me, man. Yes, it's cool to get stuff and get donations and stuff, but that's not the reason why I do it. Um, I do it to for the love of you know giving people knowledge and just having a good time and having fun, and what I can do. But so I just want to say that with all this happening, here are my top four. Here are my top four. I think top streaming platforms. Okay, or maybe it's three. Maybe it's three. I don't know if I've really decided Facebook as one yet. I have YouTube as one, because believe it or not, YouTube is 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 still a thing as far as streaming. You have Mixer as two. Mixer is a thing. Mixer is actually, I mean, they're doing their thing. Mixer is actually doing pretty well. Um you have Twitch, and then okay, fourth. The fourth one, I don't know if to me, I don't know yet. I mean, it seems to be going pretty well, but the Facebook is definitely one of them. Which is ironic because you said Facebook was gonna be pretty, do well, and Facebook's doing pretty well. You just have to find it. It's just hard to find it.
It's under the radar. It's not like a big thing. There's like, a few people that do it. And like I said, it's one of those things where when it does become big, it's gonna catch everyone by surprise because they're so used to hearing about Twitch and YouTube that all of a sudden are like Facebook, and then
Yeah.
they'll do their research, realizing that they've been around for a lot longer than we thought.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Facebook's actually, they've actually had people come over to them too, because and then Joyce said Twitch is most of my social because just didn't gel with mommy groups. Hey, it's all good, man. You get in where you fit in, man. You know what I'm saying? That's an old hip hop term. But yeah, I just think I think it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a good thing because the more platforms come, the more people have more options, the less saturated certain platforms become. Uh, you know, and other people go on other places. There's been a lot of Twitch streamers that I've known that went over to Mixer. There's a lot of Twitch streamers I've known that went over to Facebook. A lot of Twitch streamers I know that went over to YouTube. A lot of Twitch streamers I know that went over to DLive. And I'm sure there's more that I don't even know about. So there's options out there, guys. There's options. Twitch doesn't always have to be the one. And I'm speaking to you future streamers, to you streamers that maybe feel like, maybe Twitch isn't just a place for me, because some people feel that way, and that's fine. That is fine if you feel that Twitch isn't the place for you. That's fine if you feel that you need to be somewhere else. If you want to be somewhere else, try it. It doesn't hurt to try. The worst thing you could ever do is not try, right? And so why I'm doing this here is because I'm showing people that there's other options. Find the best option that works for you. Find the best option that makes you feel more comfortable, more at peace. Some people find Twitch to be toxic. Some people find certain things with all platforms, and find what works for you. Find what works best for you. Find what motivates you to be the best person for you to be. And if you and create content. I think one of the crazy things is that people don't create content because they just feel like it doesn't matter, and it does matter. Like, if you love what you're doing, then create it. Actually, that video that tutorial that I did last week, I've been trying to get it on YouTube, and for some reason I made the highlight. I did what I needed to do, but when I download it, it downloads the whole podcast for some reason, which is weird. And I'm not trying to upload the podcast twice. For those that don't know, I did a tutorial on how you can play your mobile games on your Xbox One, which is really cool. So if you want to know how to do that, just go visit episode 113 on how to do that. Definitely. So what other news do you have for us there, OG? I can call you OG now, right?
Yeah, you can. As a matter of fact, as he was discussing the last topic, I actually went to my YouTube channel and I actually changed the name. So now when you go to my channel, it's back to the original
OG Crunkster. Yeah.
There you go.
We got to get you Crunkster t-shirts. Coming soon.
Coming soon. Anyway, I'm going to kind of touch on something that was brought to my attention on Monday, actually, and I didn't do any research until early this morning because I'd forgotten about it until this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Exam.
Yeah. Pretty much. And y'all have to understand, my memory is not so great, especially when I'm doing a lot, so I tend to forget things here and there. But I do want to talk about this because I think it's kind of important.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those of you that know, I've mentioned conventions from time to time, PAX, A-Kon, anime, video game conventions, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that these are good ways for people to get together with people about games and anime and comics and whatever it is that you're into.
Agreed.
So the reason I bring this up is because I was told about a new convention called DreamCon.
Huh. Coming here?
I don't know if you ever heard of this.
No, I ain't heard of this.
I didn't either. So Monday, I'm talking with a friend of mine. He's a guy that I work with who also does wrestling on the side, and
Like real
pretty big
wrestling?
guy.
Like wrestling
Yeah,
wrestling?
like legit wrestling.
Like
Yeah.
WWE wrestling or like
He's
Olympic?
working on it. Yeah.
Whoa,
I
okay. Okay.
can't go over the full details and I can't release the name. But anyway.
Darn. Oh, well, go ahead.
But
Sorry.
anyway, so yes, this person that I've been talking to, he mentioned to me, he's like, "Hey, you going to DreamCon?" I was like, "I don't even know what that is." He's like, "Yeah, it's basically like your typical convention. It's just that it's run by minorities." And I was like, "Huh, that's interesting."
Like
So
minorities
into
is what? Like gaming minorities or what?
it's mostly black people. I think there's one white guy that works with them.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, it's pretty much you. Yeah, but so it's important that I say that. So